This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Nat and Shaun here.
Hi.
Replacing Nathan for part of the show today, C-Bass Bassett.
Howdy.
So you're going to hear a bit of sports chat and wait till you find out what Bailey Williams from the West Coast Eagles said to Caitlin Bassett.
That was good. Caitlin, you give us a bit of a rundown on some of the projects you've been working on over the weekend, work-wise.
So many. I'm a busy gal at the West, that's for sure.
Yeah. I tell you about that time I tried to help. I really did try to help, but I ended up making the situation way worse.
I'm going to throw in a story about some artwork on dusty cars.
You might say doodles.
Yeah, doodles.
That's your writing, isn't it?
And Matthew Pavlich joins us as well.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Very open on this show.
No red flags whatsoever.
Straight up the bum, it sounds like.
It's 6:06. Nathan and Shaun. No Nathan again. Still in the sick bay.
Yeah, it's got him. Absolutely got him.
It's got him.
The itch. We started that last week, the talk of the itch.
And now we haven't seen him since. That's on you. That's on you.
Chickenpox, maybe. Chickenpox, that gets you. You have to stay away from people.
And you are itchy. It's a great point.
Why was chickenpox a big thing when we were kids and it isn't anymore?
Because there's a vaccine for it now.
Ah. A vaccine for everything.
I know,
Just take it on, mate. Not being weak.
I know. Chickenpox, it wasn't like it's good to get. I reckon it's one of those good ones to get when you're a kid. You don't want it as an adult because you get it more severely. But as a kid, get it over and done with. Boost your immune system.
No.
Get a few scars.
No, that's the worst feeling. They remember it.
My brother got chickenpox while he had his arm in a plaster.
No.
So he'd broken his arm when he got pushed off a slide at the drive-in. and we never got to see the main feature either, and I'm really still bitter about it. And so he had to scratch the pox under his thing with a knitting needle down under the cast. Imagine.
That would have been the worst.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. So apparently I got it at the same time, but I have no memory of me having it. But I do remember him going crazy trying to stick the knitting needle down there.
Well, yeah, it used to be a plague at one stage. We used to all go to my grandma's house on a Sunday. That was just like the go-to every Sunday.
Yes.
And, of course, there's 30 kids.
Yeah.
So you're hanging out together. One gets it and you're just gone. You just know you're gone.
Well, there are plenty of people that when they hear someone has it, they'll send their kids over to get it. Yeah, get it over and done with. You know, a pox party.
Yeah.
You got to love a pox party.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Great weekend, Ellie. How's the baby? How's Nova's baby coming along?
How's Nova's baby? Yeah, good. I can't remember what I did on the weekend.
Hang on, she's thinking.
Thinking music.
No, it was good.
What you're doing
I think. What did I do?
You would remember if it was bad,
Yeah,
I suppose.
surely.
today, though, you've got big plans because you got a free burger up your sleeve. You're telling me,
So,
Harry?
okay, I have gestational diabetes, right? So what I can eat is extremely limited. So I know I can eat a grilled burger. And
Yes.
so now I religiously, if I want a nice little, like, something to live
little
for,
treat
I
yourself.
go to grilled and I get a low-carb bun. And I noticed they were doing a promotion saying if you pick a team and they win, on Monday you get 2 for the price of 1 burgers. So I was like, well, I have to enter. And me, I am actually a West Coast supporter, but
you're
I
not.
knew I would never get a burger if I picked West Coast, so I picked Freo and they won.
Come on!
So I got it.
So you get 2 burgers for the price of 1.
Yes.
So will you have 2 burgers?
No, I'll take someone with me and I'll get the free one.
Oh, okay.
And
I
they
see
can
how that
pay.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
good
know.
thinking, good
Well,
thinking.
what a great Monday for you. Well done.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast. Nova's 10K a day in May.
Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Need 10K or more? Free think your way to a home, car, business or personal loan with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
Right, here we go. Let's put some people in the running for today's 10K a day in May giveaway.
All they have to do is get on air. That means we just have to hear from George. Good morning, George.
Morning, guys.
You've done it, George.
That's too easy.
You're in the
Fantastic.
running. How was your weekend? What was the headline?
Greek Easter.
Oh, wow. What goes on there, George?
Sorry?
What goes on there? Massive feed, I'd imagine.
Massive feed Sunday, church Good Friday, church on Saturday night, midnight, and just trying to recover today.
Easter eggs a thing in the Orthodox Easter?
They are the cheap ones. We all get the 50-cent ones,
Yeah.
and we made fantastic.
Beautiful.
God, I could just think of all the food, though, that you'd be tucking into.
I know,
That'd be
it's a
the
lot
best.
It's a lot of lamb, Shaun.
Oh, that is. Love it.
Good on you, George. You're in the running
Thank
for
you.
10K today. Amy, hello.
Hi.
G'day, Amy.
Amy, what was the headline from your weekend?
Quiet, to be honest. Not very exciting.
But
Nothing. It had to be a headline, surely. A movie.
A quiet weekend's a good weekend, though, you know?
Yeah, look, it was great. I think it was a well-deserved one.
That was very low-key, Amy.
Yeah.
I need to
so
hear
that's
a
all
good...
I've got for you on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, I'm telling you.
Well, you're in the running for 10K a day, so, you know, that might perk things up a bit, okay?
Let's hope so.
Ian, hello.
Hello, how we going?
We're
Great,
wonderful, Ian.
What's the headline from the weekend?
We just got back from Cervantes camping with a load of us.
Awesome. We love
That's great,
Cervantes.
Cervantes,
Bit of
yeah.
lobster shack action.
Did you go fishing or anything?
Yeah, it was good.
Any luck?
No, seen a sea lion ripping a cormorant apart though.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty
I
cool.
know, it was ruthless. His head was everywhere.
Oh, really?
Thanks for the blow-by-blow description.
Did we
Awesome.
just see the seals, not the sea lions?
I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah,
what we saw.
the seal, not a sea lion, the seal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian, you have to remember that Shaun is basically David Attenborough. So get it right, okay? All right, you're in the running, Ian. Jess, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Jess.
Okay, what was the headline
Hey.
from the weekend, Jess?
Oh, nothing much, really. Girls' nights and lots of ironing.
Yeah, lots
Hang
of
on.
ironing.
Go back to the girls' night. What happened on the girls' night?
A little bit of the comedy lounge
Lovely.
and a little bit of karaoke.
Oh, that would have been
You
good.
played that down. Just a girls' night. No, you girls went wild, didn't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
Jess, what was your song? Did you get up and sing?
Yeah, I did Pink, Just Like Fire.
Oh, great.
Just like fire. Is that how it goes?
The one.
Yeah, that's the one. See?
Sort of.
Good work, Jess.
The one.
All right, good luck with the 10K day in May, Jess. And to round out this lot, Caitlin, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Caitlin. We're just checking out what your highlight was over the weekend.
Oh, not working?
Okay. I mean, as far as highlights go, it's not enormous, but it is great. Did you do anything?
Not really. No, it was my quiet weekend, actually.
Okay. All right. Well, you're allowed to have a quiet weekend. That's
Yeah, you
okay.
are.
We'll allow it. All right. Well, you're in the running for Nova's 10K day in May, okay?
Great, thank you.
You could be getting a call back from Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel this afternoon. It's all thanks to Liberty. Plenty more chances to get in the runnings. Just get on air with us at any time or hit up the Nova Player app.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hey, now, it was a pretty low-key weekend for me, but on Saturday night we decided to go down the local pub down the road with our
yes.
neighbours next door.
Lovely. I know this is what you're talking about. It's delightful.
Yeah, it's just on the river, and that was going to be just that was cool. But so we got my older son Lachlan to drive us and the neighbours just down the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we could have rode our bikes, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So they get in the car. We just start driving down the road, and Lisa, my neighbour, goes, "Oh my God, you guys have got this in your car too." And I didn't know what she was talking about. We look up on the windscreen, and one of the boys has drawn a penis in the front of the windscreen where the dust is.
Yes.
And if anyone's got teenage kids or
yes.
any kids really, the boys love to do it.
They do, don't they? It is, and I think it's something that they never grow out of, Shaun. Would that be safe to say?
That is so true. And I bring this up because then Raph, our neighbour, he jumps in and he goes, so he has worked on and off on mine sites for a long time. He's based in the city these days, but he set up on the mine site that he was at, they had to have a big stop-down meeting because all the guys kept carried away just drawing big penises on the trucks and the loaders.
Just too many.
There's just too much.
There is such a thing as too many penises.
Exactly.
Oh.
They made it a rule.
There's Bell Tower Times had a beautiful series of people drawing them on the beach.
Yes.
I mean, they don't last forever. They're just transient penises. But, a beautifully drawn penis is a work of great art, isn't it?
As soon as we go down south, take Megan's car down there, as soon as it gets dust on it, which it does from day one,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
the whole back of the car.
You go on one gravel road and then it's a canvas.
Of penises. Never gets old.
Never gets old.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Had an incident the other day, Friday afternoon, just minding my own business.
As you do.
And my glasses fell apart. Now, that happened one time here at work, and I had to spend the whole morning with them because I can't read without them. And you have to read a lot of things in this show. And similarly, I'm like, I need my glasses for the weekend. I was hosting the Cat Haven quiz night on Saturday night. I need to be able to read, right? So,
sorry, now I want to jump in. When you last had your glasses and they were skew whiff on your face because
just hanging in one arm.
one of the great days. Thank you. It just took me back there for a
Well,
second.
that's what I was faced with, a weekend of that. And I'm like, no, I'm going to sort this out. So luckily, I found the screw, the tiny little screw that holds them together. It had dropped onto the carpet and I managed to pick that up, and I'm like, I need to keep this screw safe for my journey to Garden City, where I'm going to go into the optometrist there and get them to repair it for me.
Oh, easy.
And so I'm like, how do I keep this safe? Because it is tiny. And so I went, I know, I'm going to put it on a piece of sticky tape, fold the sticky tape over, and then sticky tape it to the existing, the loose arm, and put them all in the glasses case and take them in all together as one lot. It's going to make everything easier. Aren't I a great person?
They must have loved you when you walked in with this, and that's the easiest thing in the world.
I know, right? I've really helped them out. And so I went to OPSM. I'm sorry, OPSM. And the girl said, no problem. And she went to fix it. And she spent, I reckon, the next 10 minutes trying to undo the sticky tape.
Oh, no.
She's like trying to do it with her nails. She'd get somebody else to come and try. I don't know what I did to that sticky tape, but it was impenetrable, Shaun. And so in the end, she cut it away till there was just a tiny piece of tape holding the tiny screw.
Yeah.
And even then, she couldn't get that off. So she then had to call another girl over to help her. She managed to get off. She only had short nails. Everybody's long nails was getting them in trouble. She had short nails. She was able to prise the tiny screw off the tiny piece of sticky tape. And then they spent the next 5 minutes trying to get that screw to go back in where I know it came from, because it was hold them together. Couldn't do it. It didn't work. In the end, they had to go and find another screw to use to put my glasses back together. So my whole effort of me trying to help these people made everything worse and made a 5-minute job take about 20 minutes.
Oh,
I know.
You were doing the right thing. I thought that was a great idea.
I know, right? In essence, in principle, I really thought it through and found it was solutions focused. What I didn't think through was being able to open the sticky tape again. I needed to put a little, you know, how you fold over the end so that then there's a little handle.
Oh, yes.
That's where I went hideously wrong.
I would love to say that I've helped people out, but I just don't have the skills to be able to think forward enough to be able to come up with an idea of that. And or if I tried to help people out like you did, there's guaranteed... It'd be guaranteed to be a failure.
Well, yes, as mine was, because I did not help them. I made their job harder and it was very close to closing time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They did a great job. And that's something they do for you. They don't even charge you for it. So they do all that was free labour as well.
So do we want to hear from people? Just make you feel better?
Yeah. Did you try to help, but actually you made things worse?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie's in Meadow Springs. Hi, Katie.
Hi, guys.
Morning, Katie.
Now, Katie, when did you think you were helping but actually made the situation worse?
It was so bad. So I was at a little school down south. I didn't have much to do that day, so I went round to every classroom. I was like, give me all your laminating. I'll get all your laminating prep done.
That's
good.
awesome. That's so helpful. Yes.
Oh, I know. I was like, old stuff me. So I gathered all this. It was probably 200 sheets, and I started putting it through. I'm putting it through, and I forgot to sort of stop and let the thing cool down. And I went to make a cup of tea or something, and I set the thing on fire. Absolute shocker. And because we were there, and I don't know if you know, planning, there's no shops, so no one could buy a new laminator. So we were down that for a couple of weeks. It was absolutely terrible.
Are you telling me there's no office works in Katanning?
There's nothing. Not at the time. So, yeah, I think we ended up borrowing one from another school. But, yeah, I wasn't trusted with it from that point.
No,
Mate,
you
it's
lost
a big deal, the laminating
You
job.
lost your laminating privileges for life, I would think.
Honestly, yeah.
I didn't even know that I've honestly never used a laminator.
Me
ever.
neither.
I know
We've got one here.
but I didn't know that they get too hot and you've got to let them cool down. Is that a thing? Harry, I'm looking at you. You've got laminating experience.
I have laminated. Yeah, they do. And you've also got to not put when the plastic comes out, not put them together because they'll stick together as well.
Yeah.
It
Great
gets real
laminating
hot.
advice.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks, Katie. Sharon's in Jindalee. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, Sharon.
Were you trying to help, but you actually made things worse?
Yeah, so I was literally at Aldi the other day, and there's this little old woman who's struggling with the trolley. So I said, I'll help you. So I sort of got the trolley out for her, and then fixed her bags and pushed her to the entrance and everything. And then she just sort of looked at me and gave me a little smile. And then her husband came over and said, "Have you not put that trolley away yet?" She was actually putting it away, but I was getting it back out for her. But she was too nice to say anything.
Oh, look at that.
Forcing shopping trolleys on little old ladies.
Sharon, brilliant.
I appreciate the fact that you were just trying to be nice, but yeah, sometimes that's too good.
That is gold.
That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for, everybody.
Anthony's given us a call from Safety Bay. Anthony, what were you up to? What were you trying to help with?
Hey guys, I was trying to help a friend with a broken down car, and on the way there, I was pulling up over a hill at a set of lights, and another car hit me at about 80 kilometres at the back of my car.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, it wasn't... It was more so that it was just didn't help myself, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
no.
a bummer.
That stings.
Because when you're helping somebody else, you think that karma should be looking out for you, don't you? You think that because you're being a good person, nothing bad can happen to you, right?
No, 100%. This was like about an hour and a half drive away to help another friend as well. It wasn't just around the corner, and it was, stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, mate, Anthony, that's a stiff one.
Yeah. We know deep down you're a good person. Thank you.
You deserve better.
You do. Emily, hello.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, good, Emily.
Did you try and help but actually made things worse?
I tried. My best mate was having trouble with her toddler sleeping. We both work full-time. I've already got 3 kids at home. So this one weekend I said, why don't you just bring her over, leave her with me for the weekend. I'll have a bad night's sleep that night, and at least you can go to work that week feeling refreshed.
You're a great friend, Emily.
Oh, I don't sleep anyway with my kids, so it's fine. But I gave her toddler hand, foot and mouth. My 2 little ones had brought home from daycare, hand, foot and mouth. They were in the contagious period before showing signs. I had no idea. Was thinking that it was odd they were all irritable this weekend. And I sent her home with hand, foot and mouth, and we all had the worst week the next week.
Oh, Emily. See, it came from a good place. You were trying to be a really good person, but yeah, you made things way worse.
Absolutely. It was horrendous, the poor little kids.
You monster.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So yesterday, Shaun, I went to Kitchen Warehouse because tomorrow is my dog's birthday and I'm baking a cake. Not for the dog. I am making little dog treats, but at the dog park there is going to be a birthday party for him. He's turning 11, so that is significant age. You don't know how long you got them for. So
what does that make it in dog years?
Yeah, so he's in his late 70s, yeah.
So in his late 70s. It's funny, sorry.
I know, it is. He's a bit of a grumpy old man these days. But while I was there, so I was just buying some supplies to make the cake. That I'm going to make a cake that
what is it?
That celebrates his passions. No, for the people.
Okay.
So I won't spoil the surprise. I'll wait till I've made it and whether if I can be bothered.
Good on you.
So I was in the Kitchen Warehouse and the entire shop was full of dads with their kids buying Mother's Day presents a full week away from Mother's Day. I was blown away. There were so many, like, oh, do you think Mum would like this? And I'm like, you're supposed to do this like Saturday afternoon at about 4:45.
That's right, the last moment.
Not a full week away.
For sure.
So obviously, Shaun, you've organised Mother's Day gifts for
Megan and Mum.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say, first of all, isn't it amazing? So the husbands and the kids, they go straight to the Kitchen Warehouse. Mum's only going to live in this part. This is where she is. This is her work.
There are things there that are gifts, Shaun, that are, a bit of fun as well. It's not all just toasters.
No, Nat, I did find something that I just got to see how long it's going to take to get here. Last Friday, I think I was talking about the fact that my son Ollie was calling me and me bro all the time.
Yes.
So when your phone hears all that stuff, all this stuff's coming up on Instagram. Right. So there's some great T-shirts. It starts off, it says, at the top of the T-shirt says Mum, and then it goes Mo, and then it's his first name, and then it's brother. So I thought, that's a perfect Mother's Day gift.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it won't be here in time, but it'll be lovely.
No.
It'll be lovely. And your mum?
Yeah, I have to get on to that. What will I get Mum?
Who's out of the kids who organises the Kelly, obviously? Does she?
No, she doesn't. No. We've been doing individual stuff for Mum these days.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll get her. That's a really good point. I might need to put some thought into it.
Oh, well, you've got, like, you know, heaps of days. It's only Monday. It's not till
only
next
Monday,
Sunday.
mate.
You got, like, that
Morning,
life.
mate.
It's a lifetime away. Get your hopes up, Sue. Something great's coming.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Mic check, mic check.
Switch on. Switch off.
Let's get it going.
Let Mum switch off with a break in a Hayscape tiny cabin. 15% discount for midweek stays in May and June. Visit hayscape.com.au.
We're about to play a round of Switch On, Switch Off, and the prize is awesome. A 2-night stay and an adorable little Hayscape premium cabin. That's valued at $1,100. Plus, we'll sling you $200 cash to travel to your destination. That's thanks to Hayscape. They are adorable little cabins.
Yeah, they look amazing. Leanne and Camilla's going to go at it this morning. Leanne, good morning.
Good morning, Shaun. How are you?
I'm wonderful today. Nat was just talking about these Hayscapes premium cabins.
So
you
cute.
want to get your hands on one of these?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, absolutely. Sounds great.
Could you do with a little holiday where you get to switch off from everything, Leanne?
I sure could. Yeah, I've got 2 teenage boys, and I would love a little getaway.
I know. I mean, hopefully you get one where there's not even any mobile coverage. How good would that be?
Yeah, that'd be a win.
It'd be awesome.
Well, you're up against Camilla from Belia. Morning, Camilla.
Good morning.
Hey, Camilla.
Hey, guys.
Could you do with a bit of a getaway as well, Camilla?
Can't complain. Definitely could.
Yes, I know. It's weird,
knock
isn't
it
it?
back.
No, I'm not
Would
going to
not.
say no. Here's what's going to
No,
happen.
wow.
We're about to play a game of Switch On, Switch Off. Now, you will each be played a song, okay? So you're going to be taking turns here. So, Leanne, you'll go first in round one. You're going to hear a song. It's your job to tell us the title of the song. We don't care about the artist. We just want to know the title, okay?
Okay. Yep.
And the idea is that you get the title of your song faster than Camilla gets the title of her song, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Harry is our timekeeper.
Hello. Timing,
Harry.
keeping
Well
time.
done, Harry.
Very important. Now, Leanne, you're going to go first. There are 3 rounds, okay? Leanne, you're going first in round 1. We're going to play the song. When you think that you know the title, yell switch off really loudly. That is when we hit the timer, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right, Leanne, we do need the title of the song, word perfect, all right?
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no baby. She's 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like still a baby.
Okay, what's the title?
Whips and Chains.
It is not. That is not it. But we'll restart it, and you can keep going. Here we go.
Thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Switch off.
Yes.
Whip your lovin' on me.
You're so
Wow,
close.
you're so close. You're so
We
close.
can't pay it, but you're so close.
You're so close. Forget the whips, is what I'd tell you.
She's got whips on her mind now.
Okay. All right, we'll start again.
A-A-C-K-A-K-A Rico like Suave.
Switch off.
Yes.
Lovin' on me.
Yeah, love it on me. What was the total time, Harry?
22 seconds, 0.24.
22.24 seconds is your time. That's the time to beat Camilla. All right,
Okay.
For round
it's going to
1.
be a different song. When you know the title of it, yell switch off. Camilla,
Okay.
your song starts now.
Pull my outfit so tight. You can see my heartbeat tonight.
Switch off.
Oh, yes, Camilla?
Dance the night.
Just to confirm, that was 4.78.
That is Camilla takes round 1.
Wow.
Well,
Well done,
Camilla,
Camilla.
we're also going to give you the opportunity to kick off round 2. We'll start
Yes.
just in a second.
Okay. So, Camilla, this is still you. Here we go. New song.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna...
Switch off.
Yes, Camilla?
Wonderwall.
Is correct. What was the time there, Harry?
Time was a very healthy 8.53.
8.53, Leanne. That is the time to beat.
Oh, the pressure's on.
I know. And if you don't beat it, then Camilla wins.
Come on, Leanne, you can do
Come
it.
on,
Make a game out of it.
Listen very closely to this song.
Shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating.
Yes, yes.
Is it the real Slim Shady?
No, it's
You
not.
you know what song it is?
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll keep going.
You waited this long to stop the
Yes.
Without me?
Harry.
7.38. She's back in it.
We got
She's
it out of
back in
their
it.
hands.
Leanne pulled that from nowhere. Well done. Okay, it's all tied up. We go to round 3. Leanne, you will be hearing the first song in round 3. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Way I move, I tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yes, Leanne?
I don't think that,
We'll go again. We'll go
We'll
again
keep
for you,
going. We'll
Leanne.
start it up. Here we go.
Close and share my groove. So you grab your girls and you grab a couple more. And you all can meet me in the middle of the floor. So the air is thick, it's smelling right.
Yes?
is it Dance With Me?
No?
No.
Keep going.
Pass to the left and you sail to the right. Don't be so quick to walk away.
Which one?
Yes?
Walk Away?
No?
She's going every sentence in the song.
Okay, keep going, Leanne.
Okay, next line.
Which one?
Yes?
Rock Your Body?
Righto. Harry, what was the time?
21.05.
All right,
Oh,
Camilla.
well done. It's a bit of a stinker, really, let's be honest.
Camilla, the time to beat to take the prize is 21.05 seconds. Camilla, the heat is on. Are you ready?
I am.
Here we go.
What did I say?
Switch off.
Yes, Camilla.
Camilla for the win.
My favourite, Mr. Brightside.
Yes! The Killers.
Oh, Camilla, what do I say? Camilla, you have scored yourself a 2-night stay in a Hayscape premium cabin valued at $1,100, and we'll give you $200 petrol money to get you there as well. That's thanks to Hayscape. That's all yours. Well played.
Well done.
Well done, Leanne. Good job, Leanne.
And Leanne, look, you don't go home empty-handed. You are in the running for Nova's 10K a day in May as well. Both of you are, because you got on air with us. Well done.
Thank you so much, guys.
Good luck. We're playing again tomorrow,
that was
everybody.
fun.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
We've got a stunt Nathan in the house. We've gone taller. We've gone for height.
We have gone for
We've
height.
recruited for height. Caitlin Bassett, welcome,
morning.
welcome back. Now,
Thank
I
you.
haven't got to see you because you filled in when I wasn't here.
I know, we were just
Thanks
getting
for
the
sitting in my
lowdown
chair.
about all the Bernese mountain dogs you saw when you're in
That's
Switzerland,
right.
obviously.
Of course, which is where they're from. I saw a Bernese mountain dog in the Bernese Mountains. Jeez, he looked at home.
They're not the ones that have the...
No, they're St. Bernards.
No,
St.
but
Bernards.
also
Bernese
from
mountain
mountain dogs pull the milk carts up the hill, so they're
wow.
milk cart pulling dogs. They strap a little cart to them. It's very cute.
And of course, you've got
And
Chino.
I've got Chino
Yes,
who
yes.
does that. He pulls me up the hill, so it's kind of same. Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Caitlin. Fantastic.
Whenever I posted one on my socials on Insta, because my holiday was greatly documented, the first person to comment on any Bernese mountain dogs was
Guilty.
It's like, I'm here for this content. This is what it's all about.
More.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
We got C-Bass in the house at the moment. Caitlin Bassett, one of the greatest ever netballers we've ever had. I'm going to talk about the netball in a
Ever had
second.
it here anyway.
Stop it, guys.
No,
I'm going
that's
to
not
get a
true.
big head.
Liz Ellis came in once.
Oh, stop.
But you nearly nailed her for games played for the Aussie Diamonds.
So close. I was chasing after her record, unfortunately. Just missed it. So, yeah. That's all right.
How many,
Okay,
how many,
that's
how
two
many was her
legends, though.
record, Caitlin?
122, and I got to 102. Yeah.
wow. Okay.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
goalkeepers,
let's
though,
not
they've
talk
got a
about
bit
that.
more longevity, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Not doing the hard yards. Caitlin, you were at the game on the weekend on Saturday night between West Coast and Essendon. You were just telling me a second ago, I'd like you to finish the story, where you were working for the night and you did an interview.
Yes, I work for the West, and my job is afterwards to go down and interview a player. And
Yes.
so I got given Bailey Williams, and lovely. He played very well. And
Yes.
we were kind of standing in the middle of where all the players are. And so one of the media people said, "Get out of the way." And I said, "Oh, yeah, us two giants, we better move out of the way." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, you're tall. You should play sport." And I said, "Oh, yeah, Yeah, no, I prefer to watch it, but and then at the end he said to me, "Oh yeah, you should really look into AFLW." And I said, "Oh no, I'd get pinned down the ruck end, and I hate ruck. It's the worst spot." So we had a giggle about that. But
so he doesn't know that you were like the captain of the Australian netball team.
That's okay.
Hayley Williams,
he's a young kid. Maybe he doesn't have sisters. It's
Bless
fine.
him.
102 games for Australia.
That is like the time that Shaun told a girl that he saw surfing that she was really good and should probably look at competitions, and it was Bronte McCauley.
Oh, stop.
That's great.
Like, what do you say? You don't say, "Don't you know who I am?" Like, that is the worst,
I know,
cringiest thing
She
ever.
just went, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, that was the worst. That was a bad
And
call.
like, I've been mistaken for Lauren Jackson many times.
I mean,
at the
that
airport, and I just roll with it. Like, I don't
would
want to be
too.
rude. I just go, and you played so well. I hope your knee's healing. I just go, yep, oh yeah.
If I was mistaken for Lauren Jackson, I mean, it's not going to happen because she's about 1.5 taller than me, but that would be the greatest
I mean, it's not
compliment of all
bad.
time.
No, it's really good. But at one end of the scale, like they're seeing you as a legend of sport, and the other thing they're saying you're over 40.
Oh. Nah, I
But
rate
still
Lauren Jackson.
playing.
I'd be LJ, yeah.
I know.
I'd be her
Imagine still
doppelganger.
playing at her age.
Maybe there's some gigs I can get, like, to pretend in a local level basketball team to be her and get some cash all that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because local basketball famous for its cash.
I'll be rich.
You'll be rich. You'll never work again. The West Coast Fever continued on their merry way against the Swifts, won by 16, Caitlin. And with all their changes, and Nat was mentioning it, like there was wholesale changes to this team.
Yeah, their whole lineup.
Are they better?
They're different. I don't know.
They're different. Oh, that's a good call.
And do you know what? And that's the thing. Teams that stay together year after year after year become predictable. So I think that's what's really great about the Fever is we weren't sure how they were going to go. They had so many players come into their mix. But I think what's made it really hard is for other teams, they can't defend them because they don't know what they're going to put out. And Shanice Beckford is a prime example.
Yes.
We've seen her play for Jamaica.
She's the goal attack.
She's the goal attack. We've seen her play for Jamaica for many years with Janelle Fallon-Nemard. But seeing her on the SSN court, she just does different things. She's very unorthodox and she's hard to mark. So
she's quick.
She is, and her long-range shooting ability, because that's what she's used to doing with Fowler in a international capacity.
Yes.
She's always forced to take the long shots while Fowler sits under the post. So it's
even though in international netball you don't get the 2 points during the
no. So I think for her, she's got more pressure over the shot because obviously defenders know in this league that they've got to get over the 2 points because it's worth double, obviously. But she's doing a fantastic job, and I think that attacking line with Kelsey Brown as well in centre, once again, a different position for her, so teams don't know how to mark that. It's fantastic to see.
They were challenged by the Swifts, though, in the second quarter. They really took it up to them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That's the funny thing about the Super Shot is you can really come back hard. And I guess if you're a team looking to beat Fever, that's what you kind of have to do. You want to stick with them.
Time,
stick with them in those first 10 minutes and then kind of go really hard. And Swifts have Helen Housby, who's an English international. She's
a gun.
Incredible. Yeah. And so the great thing that Fever did, I think they really targeted her. She only put up 3 goals for the entire game, which is wild.
Whoa, wow.
She normally puts up, mountains of super shots and gets her team back into the side. So they really nullified her. And, like they did drop the second quarter. I know Dan Ryan, he's a perfectionist. He would not be happy with that quarter. They will be getting drilled relentlessly on that this week. But, I guess really positive signs for them and their growth this year.
And the defence is solid. Like, with Courtney Bruce leaving, there was a big hole. But Sunday Ariang in goal defence is just extraordinary.
I watched that game and there was one point where she came out and took an intercept from a long way back. And I said to myself, if she doesn't win MVP for the Fever this year, it'll be an absolute brawl because she has just come into her own. And we talked about, the loss of Bruce and all the intercepts, but I think the defensive end has changed now, which has allowed her to pick up more ball.
Yeah.
So we're really seeing her shine, which is exciting. And she's got 2 other international defenders around her. So, I'm loving the growth in her game as well.
It's going to be hard to see not a sellout crowd watching them every week the way they're playing.
Well, they're about to play 3 games in a row at home too, aren't they?
Yes, we've got a couple of home games, RSC Arena, on a Friday well. I know. I think that'll be fun.
Friday night netty.
I think most of the, netball faithful complain that we can't go to watch the netball because it's on a Saturday or a Sunday, which is when we're playing.
Yes,
so a Friday night game, I think, plays into their hands perfectly.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Sitting in Nathan's chair right now, and boy's going to notice when you go on. C-Bass Bassett.
I didn't even have to adjust the height. It's great.
Oh, that's good. That is perfect.
Really good.
That is good.
Yeah, C-Bass. So sport all weekend,
Sport all weekend. So did the double on Saturday, covered the waffle.
Yes.
So I've been really getting into the waffle, which has been fun.
What game were you at? Were you at Peel versus West Perth?
So I couldn't go out to it because I had to do the AFL straight afterwards.
Yep.
So I rocked up to Optus Stadium early, and I did. I didn't do Peel. I did Perth versus South Freo.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I did that on the computer, and then I wrote up my match report straight away, and then Eagles started, so then I switched straight into Eagles mode. And then the next day, Sunday, I came in and I did my follows. So I did a follow-up on... Who did I do? Isaiah Winder, who played really well for South Fremantle. He kicked 3 goals for them, and I tidied up my follow on Bailey Williams.
Bailey Williams, who doesn't know who you are, who thinks you should play sport, you'd be really good.
How many words do you have to do for those little articles?
It just depends. So I went to Northern last week because the announcement that the West Coast Eagles are going to be playing against Perth, and so it's all very exciting going there. So I went there thinking that I would only have to write out 500 words, and I got back and my boss said, "Oh yes, we'll make that into about 1,000."
Oh.
And so it was 6 o'clock, and I was still at work tapping away because there's nothing worse than when the pressure's on. You have to write as many words. So it fluctuates. It could be 300 for a quick hit. It could be 500. Probably do 700 for Isaiah today. So yeah, it just depends what you get.
What did you pad out the Northern story with?
Lots of interviews.
All about the O'Driscolls.
Oh yeah. Oh mate, I went into saw their Hall of Fame. It was fantastic. So many players: Darren Glass, Bobby Hill,
Chance Bateman.
Yeah. Why are so many great AFL players from that area?
From Northern,
the wheat belt area and that sheep and farming area, it's so big. They're so passionate about their footy. The Avon Valley.
The Longmuir, are they Condinnon or Quarter?
They're the Quarter kids.
Yeah.
Gamelling is where the cars are from.
Oh, yeah, right. That's amazing, isn't it?
Mate.
Nothing else to do. It's throwing around sheep.
But back then, back, say, in the 80s and 90s, that country football league was so strong.
Yeah, and that was part of those conversations I was having, and they were like, well, you went down and watched your dad play, and then, you got to play in the Colts team, and then maybe you got to play with dad later on, and on the weekend, AFL, it was like a whole town event. Everyone would come down to the game, get in their cars, beep their horns.
Yeah.
Country footy is fantastic.
It is, isn't it? The beeping of the horns when somebody kicks a goal, that's the best bit, isn't it?
Oh, it's
so
amazing.
Good.
It's amazing
so
to get
good.
around there. And you know what? The other thing is the bus trips, because you might be driving a couple of 100 Ks to play a game on a Saturday.
Yeah. And the canteen's always good. Always good.
The one thing I didn't realise is that if you're playing, Quarter or playing Gamelling, for example, everyone's playing. So the netball club, hockey, and you might go from playing hockey to then putting the boots on or changing your boots from grass cats to moulded soles and going out there and playing the long stops and going and playing the footy. It's awesome.
It's really so good, isn't it?
Now, when you're doing your stories, so you do yours.
I write a column for the Sunday Times. Yep.
Is there a number of words that you have to come up with?
Yeah, it's about 800, between 700 and 800. So, yeah, that's exactly what happens. And it's due Monday-ish, and so I submit on Tuesday, obviously. But it's like, this time every week I start to think, what am I going to write about today?
That's the worst when you get to throw around like...
And you can't, for me, like for Caitlin, it's like what's happening immediately. It can't be something that ages out too quickly because it's not published till next Sunday. So it's either got to be a bit of a universal theme or something that everybody's going to be talking about for a week. I know.
Nice.
What do you write about, Shaun?
Yeah, we should get you
Just get your crayons out.
Willies, the usual.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Caitlin Bassett sitting in Nathan's seat right now. Bucky, go up and down a bit. He loves that.
I love it. I'm sorry. I feel like we've just opened a can of worms talking about the docket.
While the news was happening, we were just chit-chatting about past games and glories, Shaun, and you brought this up, the preliminary final in 2006.
No, you said something negative towards us.
Well, so we're talking about
trying to defend myself.
Caitlin's tat. So she has a tattoo of lightning on her hand because she played for the Sunshine Coast Lightning and they won the premiership.
Back to back.
Amazing.
Foreseen the victory.
And then you asked if he had an anchor.
Yes.
And I said, but they didn't win a grand final, so...
No, the closest I got was 2006 and we were on a tear. We won 9 in a row leading into the finals campaign.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the way it turned out, we'd beaten the Eagles. We smoked them in the last game of the season by about 10 goals. We beat them both in the Derby, and they were one of the best teams. But we matched up particularly well against them. The team that we didn't match up against was Sydney. And the Eagles got beaten by Sydney in their prelim final by like a point. Mickey O'Loughlin kicked one of those goals with seconds to go.
Not in the prelim. Couldn't have been the prelim.
No,
'cause
sorry,
we played
in the
them
qualifying
yeah,
final.
we
In the
played them in the
qualifying
grand
final?
final and won, Shaun, remember?
Yeah. So that meant we had to go through Sydney, so we had to play out at Homebush at Sydney to be able to make the grand final.
So what, do you think the Eagles tanked against Sydney in that qualifying final so that you had to play
Probably.
them? Yeah.
Well, they knew if we were to play them in a grand final, it would have been the biggest punch on
It would
you've
have been
ever
carnage.
seen. It would have
Just
been
2
mayhem.
hours of absolute carnage.
Oh, my God.
A derby
But
grand final.
A
That
demolition derby grand
epic.
final. I know.
It would have
I
been
know.
great for viewing. It would have been great for
Yeah.
viewing. And the AFL would have loved and hated it.
Yeah. I think we're away from that at this stage, aren't we?
Oh, we're miles away. We've come so far from it. It's not
Respective
funny. But yeah.
Might not happen in our lifetimes, but when it does, it's going to be great. C-Bass, thanks for coming in.
Pleasure.
It's always a pleasure
Good
having
on
you.
you,
You're
C-Bass.
welcome anytime.
Legend.
Ross, hello.
Hello, guys. Speaking of football, have you mentioned the Adelaide Football Club Fitzroy thing that happened over the weekend?
No, what's that?
All right, so Fitzroy Lions took
Yes.
on Elizabeth Eagles.
Oh, yes.
The score was Elizabeth Eagles, this is the home team, 0-0-0.
Duck eggs.
And the visitors were 82 goals, 24 points, 516. One guy kicked 29 goals.
Was there an opposition on the field?
Was it the seniors against the under-12s?
No, they're in the same league. And Elizabeth Football Club, the one that lost, they said their team was, quote, struggling, and officials are working hard to ensure it was a successful year.
Oh...
I
That's
mean,
rough.
working hard enough?
I think they're going to need to redefine success because clearly it's not going to come on field.
I tell you what, I thought Luke Beveridge was going to be under pressure, the Western Bulldogs coach this week.
But I think he knows there's somewhere he can go. So Elizabeth will take him.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.